Are Infernal Ironsworn any good? Now, this is the format I open all my videos with. Here, the Ironsworn are the top-tier Chaos Dwarf infantry, head and shoulders above their fellow dwarf brethren. It's a metaphor. The real question is, are they worth the high cost of acquiring them? That is more situational, so let's get into it. Please like, subscribe, and consider donating through my Ko-fi page. I really need your support. The situation on screen is from a skirmish vs AI featuring 4 Ironsworn, an Overseer I tried to keep out of melee combat, 2 Reichsguard, 2 Greatswords, and 4 Swordsmen and their General of the Empire leading them. The Swordsmen aren't going to do much against Ironsworn with their high armor, but they will dilute damage done to the Empire troops. Reichsguard hit into the charge defense versus large. Greatswords will hit hard and penetrate armor if they hit, but the Ironsworn have high melee defense. Having said that, I started this skirmish mode in guard mode. What you see is that nothing is getting through the Ironsworn, but they're also not killing things very efficiently. They do use some of their blasting charges, but not all. Also, the AI didn't try to hit the rear unit, so I eventually start rolling it out to the flank to toss charges at Reichsguard. The Ironsworn have anti-armor charges, and they hurt. This is a good thing, because what's the big knock on melee infantry? They don't kill things very fast, so having a limited ranged weapon to support helps a lot. As this engagement goes on, I take the guard mode down and make stuff start attacking with more determination. Already you see that the Ironsworn are the ultimate line holders for the Chaos Dwarfs. That said, I've seen plenty of them get overwhelmed in campaign. What are they weak to? The usual, artillery and magic. Also, obviously, if they're outnumbered in an untenable situation, they're not going to overcome things all by themselves. In addition, they're just plain slow, even for Chaos Dwarfs. So, it's like this. If the enemy has to come to you and has to break through to your rear, the Ironsworn are absolutely amazing and will behave like shorter versions of the Spartans in 300, with a few explosives to boot. If you have to chase down the enemy to engage, they are worthless, and moreover, expensively worthless. They're wasted money and energy. A melee unit that can't get to melee range hits 0% of the time. The difference is even more extreme when you're dealing with Ironsworn. I'm going to make a future video on forcing the enemy to come to you, but the basic idea hasn't changed from when I played Empire back in Total War Warhammer 1. The bottom line is that they are great, but you have to be in or create a situation where the enemy wants to go through you to get to something it wants to smack along. Then they're fantastic. More things to note. Ironsworn are magical axe infantry with magical attack and flaming attack, so everything I've talked about in other videos about synergies applies here. Physical resistance won't save anyone from Ironsworn, but fire resistance and, conversely, fire weakness will have a large impact on their damage. And since this is a late game unit anyway, you'd better have at least Frenzy on. They're not inherently armor piercing, so anything like armor sundering can also be a good move as well. Flipped around, if there's something behind them that's doing a lot of damage and the enemy has to fight through Infernal Ironsworn to get to that something, this is a terrifying prospect to your foes. 100 armor-clad bundles of hate and evil shouting, "Thou shalt not pass." That's how you get value out of them. Create the situation, force the enemy to try and fight through them, and enjoy watching the enemy fail. Thanks, and take care.